Ah. Welcome to Wayne's Weird World. Wonderful? Nah. Come here. Up. Yeah. What? Oh, you want to play? Oh, whoa. All right, go away. A month. I've had shingles for a month. And I don't take any meds until bedtime. And then I only take the minimum, Teeling for late afternoon, early evening, or Jamison or whatever. So I have my medicine when I wake up in the morning. That gets me through about 6 to 8 hours. So by the time 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, I'm feeling pretty miserable. Anyway, shingles. Here's to shingles. Woohoo! Cheers. So I haven't felt like doing a lot. Basic maintenance in here. Right now it feels like I've got a torn chest muscle that extends into the armpit and then down towards the elbow. It's a lot better because before it went all the way to my little finger. And the sensitivity down my back and torso on my right hand side is much less. Still feels like ants crawling around. Lovely. The pain in my lap is pretty much gone because he likes to jump up. Come here. Come on. Show everybody. Woohoo! Oh, all right. Off you go. So, basic maintenance. What I've been doing. Oh, yeah, you want to play. Right. Basic maintenance. What I've been doing is looking around all of these that need repotting, like this one. And there's a few little signs that I'm looking for. When I get blotchy leaves, I start thinking of two things. Are the spider mites or scale? And I don't see any scale. And when you get new leaves and new shoots that die off, something's amiss. Something's causing trouble. Like this one. Why would that leaf die off? Yes, they do die off. But then I start looking for the main vein, and there were a couple little bits there that looked like scale. And then I'm going to spray. And when you see a leaf like this one that's curling up on itself, that can either be scale or spider mite. Now, I don't see anything there. Then the next thing I start doing is looking around the base of the stem and also around the top. See if I'm not sure if I got it in the camera or not. See? Whoops. Can you see that? Can you see that there? The light's not very good. That's scale. And you can scrape that off. I'll be spraying it with neem eco oil. So what I do, after I spray it, the sheath is softer and easier to take off then. After I spray it, I give it a good scrub with a toothbrush. See, now you can see the scale. Not sure if you can see that. All those little tiny bumps. And they scrape off. Now, those that you can see are the mature adults, females that put a protective covering over themselves, and they lay eggs. Woohoo! Gee, I'm really interested in having more scale around here. But that's what happens. And it's the immature ones, the crawlers, that go from plant to plant. Now this one This blotchiness could even be a virus. I don't know. So I'm not going to touch this one. I'm going to separate this one. Give it a good spray. See if it might be scale or spider mite damage. Don't know. I don't know. I've got another one outside that has some really, really distinctive streaks in the leaves. And that's the one that I consider very suspect. So I'm going to see about getting a virus testing kit. Trouble is, it only covers 2 of the 3 main viruses. So to be sure, I've got to take a section, about 100 millimeter, put it in a Ziploc bag, seal it, put that with a label inside of another Ziploc bag with a label. It only has to have my name, phone number, and an ID number. You don't actually have to say what plant it is. But if I've got virus in here, I've got trouble. Because I don't know what you can see in the background, but there's quite a few there. And behind the camera, there's even more. Let's have a quick 360. All right. There's trays and trays of juveniles. Big one over there in the corner. Now the post is going to be in the way. My Tillandsies in the back. A whole shelf of just Dendrobium speciosums. And we're back again. Let's raise this up a little bit. And I've got a whole bunch of the Cymbidiums hanging up there. So, virus in here? No, I'd rather not. So if I do, because you can't cure virus, no, forget it. All I can do is start isolating plants, separate them, how I don't know, and then start sterilizing the benches. And that means any timber goes out, and unfortunately some of those shelves are timber with wire mesh over the top of them, weld mesh. They're going to be the hard ones. These big metal ones, like this, I'll actually get my flamethrower. I've got a friend who does home distillation, and I can get a lot of high-octane alcohol. High-octane alcohol. And in the distillation process, you separate the heads and the tails. You keep the main body of the distillate. The early ones and the later ones are going to contain various other alcohols. Isopropyl and butyl alcohols and methyl. And you don't want to drink those. Make you go blind. Kill you. Aha! Whatever. But high octane, 80% or more, is really, really good for sterilizing things. So again, if it has a virus, separate. Everything else gets pampered, gets cleaned, shelves, floor, everything. So I hope not. Anyway, I'm going to go back looking around for more scale. Try and sleep tonight. Last night was shit. Excuse the English. It really was. When you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you need another Panadol with codeine in it, and then you still don't get to sleep until after 6 a.m., and you only sleep till 10:30, that's not a good night's sleep. So hopefully it'll be a better night. I think I might have 2 Panadeine for it, the Panadol with the codeine before bed. But right now, I'm going to pump this thing up. This has the white oil called Eco Oil, vegetable type oil, and there is some tea tree oil in here, and there's some Castile soap. Normally I also put a cup or more of alcohol in here as well, but that's out in the shed, so I didn't bother. Pump that up, spray everything, clean everything, go over it with a toothbrush again, and hopefully start getting back on top of it. I haven't found too much elsewhere, but I don't want to. All right, that's it. Cheers. Wayne's Weird World. Yes, it hurts. Shingles. I don't like it, but there's not a lot of grumbling that's going to make it any better. Ha-ha. What do you think, Gus? Yeah, all right. Okay. Cheers. See you next time.